Good morning, everyone. It's Laura T. at Dream Deals 123 on eBay, and I'm the Silver Owl Thrifter on YouTube. Been selling on eBay for 20 years, and I'm going to talk about what I sold last night. And what else am I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. How do we find out how much something is worth? So, I made $193 last night. I got Chelsea here. She will just not give up. Chelsea's my dog, for you who are new. But I got my camera kind of all stuck in one place over there, whereas I used to. Never mind. But anyway, she's here begging like crazy. So I got to give her a treat. All right, there you go. Try to get some footage of her later. I know that's why you really come. I don't blame you. She's a sweetheart. I sold so I made $193 gross. Let's see what it was after fees, shipping, and cost of goods. I sold a Banana Republic dress. Banana Republic dress. Woman's V12 V-neck shift, sleeveless, gray stretch, back zipper. And I sold that for $24 and made $12 on that. And I've had it for a few months. And went through a big dress phase, picking up a lot of dresses, and I still do. Just having to watch the prices, because some of them they have priced high at the thrift stores. But if it's a nice style, dresses are fun. They're good. I like them. I sold this, speaking of dresses, Lauren Conrad. It's got a floral check. I don't think I bought her before. It's LC Lauren Conrad, green floral belted ruffle dress, size small, boho cottage core. And I sold it for $19. That includes the shipping. So I probably sold it for $12 with $7 shipping. And I sold it for $19 and made $10 on this. This was free, so you can take the lower offers if you get stuff for free or cheap. For sure. That is becoming to me more and more important, because there's so much competition out there now for clothing and everything. And everybody knows how to find out about, stuff now. So maybe it's a little harder to find the good deals at yard sales and definitely at thrift stores. Okay, so Eddie Bauer women's 22W pants, Travex Horizon hiking adventure athleisure gray, retails $85, and they're new with tags. They sold for $32, and I made $13 on those. Paid $7 for them. See, I mean, it's like, one sold for $32 and one sold for $19, but I made about the same amount of money. Same with real estate. It's always what you buy in. Go Army, West Point, Directorate of Cadet Activities, beanie cap, Port and Company gray. $17 and made $7 on that. Paid $2 for it. Maybe I'll make a little more, I don't know. Okay, let's see. I sold I had 2 of these listed. It was just my old ink from when I had an ink computer, and I found them the other day, and I just listed them. I sold this one for $17, and the other one. So it was one listing, made $10 in each. So it was very easy to ship. Now, about printer ink, I used to buy it but I don't anymore, unless the only reason I sold this was because I knew that this was mine, that I bought last year, and that it was good. And then I just told the person, if there's any problem, let me know. And if he had said, it's all dried out, I would have just refunded him, honestly. And so, because I have sold stuff that I bought at like yard sales, and then I sell it, and you know, I get a complaint that it's all dried out. So, and a lot of times they're expired and stuff. You can make money on them. I just haven't, I just don't have much of an interest in it because how do you know, until the person gets it. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a way. Okay, but if it's my own and I know, then that's fine. Okay, I went through a picture frame. I went mad for picture frames. Vintage gold frame, picture frame, 8x10. The Bucklers Incorporated, 5th Avenue, New York, USA. Was free. Okay, so yeah, sometimes these are the kinds of things that you find in the free box at yard sales. This was sold for $24, and that sold for $24, and I made $11 on that. It's gonna cost probably $8 or $9 to ship. All right. Wow. Now you may remember this from the other day's haul video. I love it when I do it, list it, and it sells. It's this international, identifiable quality. It says extra large, but let me tell you what I put in the listing because it's so big. It's a wool sweater, men's extra large / extra large ? It's so big. Sweater, crew neck, wool, heavy, thick, gray, IQ, identifiable quality. I put it for calculated shipping. Oh yeah, the other thing on this was put it for calculated shipping, and it sold for $39, and the guy's in for $59. So I was like, that's a lot of shipping for a sweater, even though it's calculated. I went in and adjusted it a little bit, and it went from $18 shipping to $8 shipping by taking a couple of inches off the size. I had it at 14 by 12 by 12, but I'm pretty sure, hopefully I can get it to like 12 by 12 by 12. But if I don't, he did pay for the shipping. So anyways, shipping, it can make a really big difference. A couple of ounces, a couple of inches. So it sold for $60. I rounded up, and I made $36 on that. I paid $3 for this. It was 33%. It was Senior Citizens Day, and I had never heard of the brand, but it was just wool, and there were a few listings. It looked like it was something, but not a big deal. But I didn't really buy it so much for the brand. If this had been any brand, and it was this sweater, I would have bought it because people like wool. It's so warm. I like wool. I'm always wearing my same sweaters, although I don't think this one is wool, but I like wool. So yeah, I feel like justified. I picked it up and sold. It's a good feeling. All right, what else in my notes here? Oh yeah, how do you find out how much something is worth? There might be people here, new people, or people who have been around for a while. Well, I'll just tell you how I do it. First thing I do, well, it depends on what it is. If it's something that I don't know how to describe, like a little figurine, or something with no identifiable marks, like on the bottom, I'll go to Google Lens and take a picture of it. And because some things I don't even know what they are. I don't even know what to put in to search for. So I will do a Google Lens, and many times the exact item will come up. I'll be like, okay. Sometimes it's not the exact item, but it's something that gives me a clue, like, okay, it's this type of thing. And then I kind of narrow it down and try to find out what it is. As far as, but Google Lens hasn't been great as far as, I mean, everything does not give you a 100% match. Sometimes you have to keep hunting. So then maybe I'll go on, well, then if I know what it is, I'll go right to eBay and see if and do kind of a broad search, like red, well, if it's like a vase and it has a name underneath, I will look up the name and, like, Goebbels red bowl or something like that, and then try to get it a little more exact and get a general idea. And if it's something that doesn't have a name or anything, like I said, I'll try to do a Google Lens. I try not to pick up stuff like that too much unless it's really, really unique. So let's see, what else did I say? So then you go to find out what it is. Try to see if it's on eBay. If you can't find it on eBay, maybe go to the Terapeak part of eBay, where if you have a store, you have free access to this research thingamabob called Terapeak, and you can search for the whole last year. So if it's kind of a rare item or something that's not sold all the time, maybe there's nothing in the last 3 months on eBay, which is what the solds go back if you just go to solds, but the Terapeak will go back a year. And if there's nothing there, maybe I'll go to Etsy and look there, or maybe I'll just do a broad Google search, see if there's anything out there. I don't belong to WorthPoint, which is another, but it is another thing you can check out. Kat, the nurse flipper, uses it, and she really swears by it. She does a lot of high-end auction buys and things like that, where I think she spends lots of money. So I don't really do that. I feel like I have enough tools. Like, I usually can figure it out without having to look on WorthPoint. So that said, I've made a few bloopers in my time too, and I'll maybe look into WorthPoint. I don't even know how much it is, but I'm trying to cut back on things. So, but we'll see. When my husband retires and we go at it more, put more time into it, and probably maybe more money. I don't know. We'll have to see what that all looks like. Then maybe we'll do that. So, okay. So then you find out what it is. You maybe you go to on eBay. You want to always go in Etsy too. You don't just want to look at what they're selling for on Etsy and say that's what it's worth. And the same with eBay. You have to go to what's sold, see what they're actually selling for. If you don't know, I would put it on the lowest that you are willing to take on auction and do an auction. Like if you have something like, I have something for auction right now. It's a bronze Buddhist statue, like 28 inches high, really heavy, really unique. Got it at a yard sale for $5. They're online. I did that kind of research to find out what it was. I don't know the names of Buddhist statues. Can't even tell you the name of it because it's a really long name. But I'll probably talk about it when it sells, because it is going to sell. And let me tell you how I kind of got a price. There was solds. It looked like there was some that were sold for like up to $1,000. They looked like they had all kinds of authentication. Like, I don't know. It looks like it's one of these old ones that maybe even from the 18th or 19th century, maybe late 19th century, but I don't know for sure. And there aren't any markings on it. So I put on auction for starting at $500, and one person contacted me and said, can I give you $250? And I said, well, I'm going to let it go through auction, and then after that, if it doesn't sell, I'll revisit what I'm going to price it at. It didn't sell, so then I relisted it at $250, and I got a bid on it right away. I haven't checked if it's this guy, but I think it is. And a couple of watchers too, so it's going to be, I think, done in a few days, and hopefully it'll go over $250. But if it sells for $250, I'm very happy with that. I paid $5 for it. Yeah, maybe there was one that's like it sold for $1,000, but maybe that guy paid $500 for it or something. I don't know. I'm happy with $250 for it or more, which is what I'm going to get. Plus calculated shipping definitely on this, very heavy. You'll see what I mean. So that's how I figured out the price of things. Now, if it didn't sell again, like for $250, then I may have put it up for like $500 or best offer, or $1,000 maybe or best offer. Who knows? Maybe somebody would offer me 800 or something like that. So it's kind of, you kind of got to think about it. A lot of it is just your own personal choice. How much do you want to, want it? If I had paid more for it, maybe I would not come down on the 500 and just, like, if I didn't look this up when I bought it for $5. I just knew it was, I just thought it was very cool, and I knew it was worth $5 or much more than $5. But if I had looked it up and seen that it was worth $1,000, that it had once something like this sold for $1,000, knowing the way I think, I might have paid. So they could have maybe they had, if they had looked it up and seen this, maybe they would have wanted a lot more for it, and then maybe I would have bought it. I wouldn't have paid hundreds of dollars for it, because again, you just never know. So anyways, I hope that makes sense. So look at the solds and go by that price, and if you can't find a price, then start at an auction at the lowest that you want, that you would accept, that you would be happy with, and make sure you include the shipping there. And if you can't sell it on auction, then try to do a buy it now with a best offer. All right, I hope that helps, and have a great day. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I forgot, I think, to say my totals and my net. I made 193 gross and 109 net. This year I've made 3,466 gross and 1,800, nice round number, net. And let's add a picture. Oh, I was gonna do the doohickey, and I turned. This is where she sleeps. Just rests there next to me in her big old comfy blanket. Chelsea, how you doing, sweetheart? Say hi to your friends. All right, goodbye.